What if I told you that the woman in your life has been longing for something from you every single day and you have walked right past it without ever knowing? Not flowers, not grand gestures, not anything you could buy or plan. Something far simpler and far more powerful. Something she has probably never been able to put into words herself, because the intimacy she truly craves begins long before you ever touch her. Welcome, and I am so glad you are here because what you are about to learn has genuinely changed everything for the men who understood it. We are going to talk about something most relationship advice completely skips over. The kind of closeness that makes a woman want to be near you not out of habit, not out of obligation, but because being with you feels like the safest, warmest place in her world. That is not an accident. That is a feeling that is created. And today, I am going to show you exactly how. Stay with me until the very end because the most important piece comes last. Let us start at the very beginning because understanding what a woman actually feels on the inside is the secret that changes absolutely everything on the outside. Insight number 1, she does not want to be read. She wants to be felt. Picture this. She comes home after a long day. She is quiet, maybe a little distant. And the man in her life asks, "What is wrong?" And when she says nothing, he believes her and moves on. But here is what was actually happening. Inside her, she was not hiding the truth. She was waiting to see if he would feel that something was off without her having to explain it. Women communicate in layers. The words on the surface are rarely the whole message. What she craves is a man who is emotionally tuned in enough to sense what she has not yet said. This is not about reading minds. It is about paying attention with your heart, not just your ears. When you sit beside her and simply say, "I noticed you seemed a little heavy today, I am here," you have just given her something most men never offer. And she will remember that moment far longer than any dinner reservation. The takeaway: emotional presence is the most intimate thing you can give her before a single word is spoken. Insight number 2, safety is her most powerful aphrodisiac. This one surprises almost every man who hears it. Emotional safety. Not physical safety, she already trusts you in that way. Emotional safety means she can say something vulnerable and know with absolute certainty that you will not use it against her later, that you will not laugh, that you will not minimize, that you will not change how you see her. When a woman does not feel emotionally safe with a man, she slowly builds a wall not to punish him, but to protect herself. And behind that wall, intimacy quietly disappears. But when she feels genuinely safe, she opens like a flower turning toward sunlight. She shares more. She laughs more. She moves closer. Physically, emotionally, in every way that matters. Safety is not boring. Safety is the foundation that makes everything else possible. The takeaway: if she feels safe with you, she will choose you. Over and over again. Insight number 3, she craves to be chosen, not just kept. Let that sink in for a moment. There is a difference between a woman who knows her partner loves her and a woman who feels chosen by him. Chosen means he still notices her. He still says the thing that makes her feel seen. He still reaches for her hand, not because it is routine, but because he genuinely wants to. After years together, many men stop pursuing. They assume the relationship is settled. But a woman's heart does not work on assumption. It works on feeling. And the feeling she is searching for quietly, privately is this. Does he still want me? Not just need me, want me. A small, unexpected moment of genuine tenderness, a look that lingers a second too long, a compliment that comes from nowhere can fill her heart in ways that weeks of ordinary life cannot. Be the man who keeps choosing her every day. The takeaway: the most romantic thing you can do is make her feel like you would choose her all over again. Insight number 4, she needs to know her inner world matters to you. Ask her about her dream, the one she mentioned once, months ago, and never brought up again. Watch what happens to her face. Women carry so much quietly. Their hopes, their worries, their little creative dreams, their fears about the future. And so often, no one ever asks. Not because people do not care, but because life gets busy, and the deep conversations get replaced by logistics. What time is dinner? Who is picking up the kids? What do we need from the shop? But when a man looks at her and truly asks about something she cares about deeply, she does not just feel heard, she feels loved. Because you have told her, without a single romantic word, that her inner world is worth your time and attention, that she is more than her role, that she is a person you are still curious about. And that curiosity? It is one of the most quietly powerful forms of intimacy that exists. The takeaway: stay curious about her. She will stay connected to you. Insight number 5: touch that is not about anything else. This one is tender, so stay with me. There is a kind of touch that women crave and rarely speak about. Not touch that leads somewhere. Not touch as a preamble. Just touch that says, I simply want to be near you. A hand resting on her shoulder as you pass by. Fingers brushing her hair back, gently, for no reason at all. When every physical gesture feels like it is building toward an expectation, a woman slowly disconnects from her own body in those moments. She becomes less present, because she is bracing for what comes next. But when she feels touched simply because you love her with no agenda, no pressure, no destination, something in her completely relaxes. She leans in. She exhales. She feels cherished. And from that place of feeling cherished, she naturally, willingly, joyfully moves closer. On her own terms. In her own time. The takeaway: the gentlest, most purposeless touch can be the most deeply connecting one. Insight number 6: she wants you to show up before she has to ask. There is a quiet exhaustion that builds in a woman when she always has to ask for what she needs. Ask for help, ask for attention, ask to be held. Each request feels like proof that she is not seen, not instinctively understood. And over time, she stops asking altogether, not because she no longer needs, but because the asking itself became too heavy. When you show up before she asks, when you notice, when you offer, when you simply do the thing, you lift something from her that she has been carrying silently. You become her safe place, her rest. Smile, and a woman who has found her rest in a man does not want to be anywhere else. Takeaway: show up before she calls for you. That is where real devotion lives. Here is what I really want you to hear. She is not complicated. She is not asking for perfection. She is asking for presence. She wants to look across the room and catch your eyes and truly know that you see her. Not the version of her that is managing everything and keeping it all together. The real her. The soft, hoping, quietly longing her. The man who learns to love that version of her gently, attentively, without needing her to perform, becomes irreplaceable. Not because he is perfect, but because he made her feel like she was. The intimacy she craves has nothing to do with the obvious. It begins with a feeling of being safe, of being seen, of being chosen not just once but again and again in the smallest, most ordinary moments of life. That is the secret. That is everything. Pause. If something in this video touched something real for you, I would love for you to leave a comment below. Tell me which insight hit closest to home. Like this video if it opens something up for you, and subscribe so you never miss what we share here. And remember this: the woman who feels truly seen by you will spend her whole life making sure you never feel alone.